The Diode SuperGP Champions Trophy is proudly brought to you by Digital Entertainment On Demand and their associate sponsors.
So this is race number 1 at round number 5 of the Diode SuperGP Champions Trophy at East London, and it is our first proper hammer down of the year.
Lights on. Lights are off, and we go racing. Udendal with a great start. Shelley with an amazing start. Anthony Shelley off the line like a rocket ship, heads down towards Potter's Pass for the very first time in anger now, and he has been bettered ever so slightly by the second Yamaha. In fact, the first Yamaha through Potters is the number 1 bike of Udendal. Shelley in second, Blaze Baker in third. Adolf Boshoff is in fourth place. Looking to see just behind them, it is Darren Upton.
Upton and Magic Mike are the chasers, but look at the haze that you are trying to get through if you are not off the front. Udendal wants to get away from everyone. Look at Shelley trying to get the big job done on the brakes down into Kokobana. 2 Yamahas very close. And Baker and Boshoff, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are through.
3 by 3.
Upton is going with them. Your call of Upton being the real big gamble here might just pay off.
And a big gamble down into Kokobana. He didn't quite get to the lead in Kokobana, but he certainly closed in on the leaders into Kokobana. So as they come into gate corner now, Udendal hangs on. Baker goes to second. Oh, Upton had to sit up as his teammate nearly took him out. And oh, we're going to ride it down. Baker's down.
Baker's gone. The exact same position. As soon as you flip over left, Baker has gone down where Magic Mike went down in the warm-up. So as soon as you flip over left-hand side, there was no adhesion on the left-hand bit of rubber.
Baker trying to go around the outside.
He is up though.
Baker trying to go around the outside.
Look at all that muck off his bike.
He comes around and all the muck just comes off completely.
He actually got up before Nicole van Osveken came around. That's incredible.
Good job there from Blaze Baker. You can see around the outside. He tries to rail around that outside. There's not enough grip out there.
No way.
Definitely not on the first lap. Anyway, look at Udendal. He had enough time just to look over and going, what are you doing, mate? There's no track. He tries to rail around that outside. There's not enough grip out there.
No way.
Definitely not on the first lap. Anyway, look at Udendal. He had enough time just to look over and going, what are you doing, mate? There's no traction out there. You can't take that line.
Upton down.
Upton down out of Beacon. So 2 Kawasaki's down in the first lap. Upton was looking to try and go with the front end. Boshoff has got away. And I think that was due to the fact that these two probably had to come out. Upton, I'm telling you now, had a big dive into Beacon.
Yeah.
These two backed out, realized he's not going to make the turn. Boshoff snuck through, very similar to what we had at the Super Juniors.
Okay, so 2 casualties so far. Blaze Baker down but back up. Upton down but back up. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's Magic Mike. He's running in 4th place at the moment. The battle at the moment is between the 2 Yamahas. There is our race leader. Boshoff running incredible numbers out front and clear air. There's Shelley. Oh, man. Backs it up the inside. And this is getting too close to call for my liking. This is getting a little bit too wild. The 2 Yamahas running 2 and 3. There's Magic Mike in 4th place. Huge gaps in this race already.
I would be expecting Alan John Fenter to be in 5th place, but it's actually Darian Kaiser who's up in the 5th spot going down the beat straight away. In the background, you can see Blaze Baker starting to make his way up. He's up to 6th place. And as they come through the complex now, you can see Udendal is losing ground to Adolf Boshoff. Boshoff not really a threat in this championship, but if he carries on the way he's going for the next 3 rounds, he could potentially get up there and spoil the day for the number 1 plate and his ability to retain it.
No traction. You can see these guys are having to Danny Pedrosa these bikes a lot. What I mean by that is stand it up. You cannot get on the power in the mid crank. Is that Blaze Baker? Is that Blaze Baker?
And Blaze
up
Baker
there already? Yep. Blaze Baker is flying. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaze Baker is the fastest man on track right now. He is up to 7th place. I don't think he's going to catch the top 4, but he may break the top 5 after going down. He's already made the pass on Kaiser into Beacon.
He gets past Kaiser into Beacon. That moves him to 5th, Kaiser to 6th. And Alan John Fenter drops down to 7th place on the Triumph. So Fenter just taking it gingerly right now. I think what AJ might be doing is just thinking to himself, hang on a second. There's no necessity for me to go and throw this bike down the road. Let me get as many points in the bag as I can. Foot art style for Boshoff. That's exactly what I expected from a lot of riders, especially in the rain conditions. There's one thing we didn't speak about. In the dry, you'll see the feet coming out. That's due to the fact that they're braking and trying to get as much of the lean angle as they can out of the bike, as well as the latest braking point possible. But when it comes to rain, it's that third wheel. They're using it as a third wheel to guide themselves through, to make sure that the lean angle is there and they don't push it too far.
I'm amazed at the lap times that Boshoff's able to run a 134.8. That is almost 2 seconds a lap faster than Udendal at the moment. He has got, we've been racing for almost 3 laps. He's got almost 5 seconds over the championship leader. That is absolutely huge. And I think this is just our championship points leader protecting just that. He doesn't want to throw it away. Top
right down.
There's Magic Mike.
Same
again.
spot.
Same spot.
Deja
Copy
vu.
and paste. He's gone down again, and now that's going to be a real mess. and he's holding his right hand as well. That's
Right
not
hand
good news.
sore. He doesn't feel good at all there. Just pushing too hard, probably not getting the traction out of the bike that he wants. You could see that already in the warm-up lap. He didn't get it, and now tries to get the bike sorted out. I think what he was trying to do there is just keep his hands away from anything that might be dirty, so that he's still got gloves that will work. He gets on the grass, tries to get the power down. You can see just light in the backup, and not a happy camper.
Oh, it's filthy. Absolutely filthy. The hardest part about that is, same with mountain biking, if you've got mud on your hands, it's going to be very hard to actually hang onto the handlebars.
Also try and hang on to the accelerator and get the throttle through you as quickly as you can. Blaze Baker, though, not holding anything back. 1:36.659 on that last lap. That's only 2 seconds off the pace of Boshoff. But more importantly is he's gone from the back of the field, second last, because he managed to get up just ahead of Nicole van Oswegen, as we said. And he's moved up into what is now 4th place on track.
He is currently running a 1.5 seconds faster than the man in 3rd place, which is Anthony Shelley. But he has got to find, what is that? 9 seconds. So you do the maths, he might not quite make it up to the podium, but it is going to be a huge charge.
I'll do the maths for you. In the first lap, when he went down, picked the bike up, it took him 1 lap to make up what is going to be 21 seconds. 21 seconds in 1 lap, that means 9 seconds will be half a lap.
Yeah, no, so Blaze Baker, the coastal kid, very little experience of riding in the rain, but he's got that touch, he's got that feel, and he is going to be the fastest man on track this lap. You can see he's got that confidence. Magic Mike had that confidence as well, but Baker is looking extremely strong on the 58 machine.
He's taking a lot out of the bag of the man who mentors him and sponsors him, the Russell Wood Muscle and Fitness, and of course Russell Wood was a rain master. So certainly just using the confidence that Russ probably would have given him in backing him for this championship and last season as well.
Let's just talk about this man on screen just for a second there. A 134 last time around just became a 132. Boshoff is throwing it all down. He has pulled 10 seconds out of Odendaal in 2nd place. And I think that's the limit. I really don't think we can go any faster than a 132, please. Please.
It's a 132, which is the number that he runs on his bike, so hopefully that's where he'll stay. I don't want him to go any faster than that, but you never know with a cowboy. He might just want to prove a point here and just show the rest of this field that he is incredible. He's already done that, but I think once he gets onto the top of the podium, he can turn around and go, where were you guys?
Yeah, where do you? I think we're going to see a situation of lappers very shortly. He's probably only around about 35 seconds away from lapping Nicole van Asveken and Magic Mike only showing to complete 3 laps. So it looks like Magic Mike may have pulled into the pits. There's a nice gap to see and a good shot. There is Shelley arriving at gate. There is Blaze Baker. He's going to catch him, Greg.
Yeah, slowly but surely reeling that little gap in there. Odendaal is 10 seconds off Boshoff. 5 seconds back is Anthony Shelley. And then only 7 seconds. It's 2 seconds a lap he's taken back there. So 2 seconds, and in fact it's probably going to be even closer than that, because just on my count there, it's about 6 seconds between the two of them as they came to the left-hand sweep out of the Diode complex.
Blaze Baker running a 1:35.4 run. Is actually the 2nd fastest man on track right now. He's running faster lap times than Stephen Odendaal. There's Magic Mike, so confirmation he is just out there trying to get some kind of points in the bag. So much damage on his bike.
Only 10 riders, he can still get points. So if anybody else goes down, which we've already seen, Darren Upton's also back on track. So Upton managed to pick his bike up and carry on. Upton's sitting in 6th place on the circuit right now. So he's ahead of Michael White. Michael White probably would have gone into pit lane just to do a quick checkup, make sure everything's okay, get back out.
There is Baker. This is the story of this first race. Baker foot out going in. Oh, look at the river just on the entry at the tipping point as you go into Potters. But Baker is the man on charge right now. He is in 3rd place and pinning it. Shelley has gone backwards. Shelley has gone backwards quickly because Darian Kaiser has come through. What has happened to Anthony Shelley?
He's gone missing because here comes the next rider. That's Upton. So Anthony Shelley with issues somewhere on the circuit.
Shelley's off. Shelley has gone off on circuit, off camera. So Shelley, who was in 3rd place the previous lap, Shelley has gone down at the sweep.
Yeah, he's gone down at the sweep and moved out onto the exit of the sweep there. Fortunately, moving it back out onto the
what a
inside.
change-up. That's Baker up on the podium.
Baker on the podium. Darian Kaiser with the possibility of a podium as well. That'll be the first time Darian will be up on the podium. Baker's had one already. And we had a great outing last year at the Natal round. Looking at things around the circuit right now, you can see that is the broken screen of Upton.
Broken screen of Upton, okay.
He's the man who went down at Beacon.
That's normally from the headbutts there. So he's put his helmet and probably most of his body through the front end of his own bike. So, oh man, talk about a hard day to be a mechanic. This is a rough one.
We're going to have to do some work there, and I think the Mantella and RSA Racing boys will be standing by to get that bike as soon as possible to get it sorted for race number 2, because we saw hints of what Upton can do in the rain in the warm-up laps. Now, unfortunately, it didn't go all according to plan. I think he went too fast too soon, and it cost him. But now, if he gets it...
Odendahl just crossed the line, and no Bossoff. No Bossoff. There's Bossoff.
Bossoff's
change up. So a massive mistake for Odendahl, and Bossoff is in trouble now. So our championship points leader, Stephen Odendahl, leads across the stripe, and what a chaotic race. Absolutely insane.
Baker's down at Beacon. That's Blaze Baker down at Beacon.
Adolf Bossoff
so if our
is
camera
in
crew
second
can find
place.
Out, Beacon corner, we got Blaze Baker, the man who was coming through the field up to third.
Okay,
incredible stuff.
So let's update ourselves, because there's just been chaos going on. On our screens, we can see that Baker is back on track, but he was the man on charge, and he is now going to drop outside the top 5. It is Odendahl that leads. Adolf Bossoff is in second place now, and a deficit of almost 16 seconds. Kaiser, incredibly enough, is running in third.
Well, you mentioned it earlier on, and I've mentioned it through the season, due to the fact that we saw him in action in the 12-hour last year, where I've got a shot of him with almost a 4-foot wake of water on the outside of his 1000cc BMW that he runs for Uncle Andy's Racing in that endurance series, the Odin Endurance Series, sponsored by Suzuki this year. But I tell you something, if there's anybody that can keep it together in the wet, Kaiser's probably the best man out there.
Man, oh man, these guys are going to be so exhausted. Blaze Baker frustrated, but he's got a chance, based on his form, to close up. There you can see it. That is around about 10 seconds between the back wheel of Upton and the front wheel of Baker. Baker's going to have to really control himself and stay calm to get up into that 4th place.
Another rider down at Beacon. Another rider down at Beacon. Hopefully we can get our camera at camera 1 to zoom down there and give us an option as who's gone down there. I can't see it right now, but the biker is back up and riding. Looking at...
That's Odendahl! It's Odendahl!
It's the champion! Can you believe that? Stephen Odendahl has gone down, and
all right, so
that just blows things wide open again. Just Bossoff is retaking the lead.
Press the refresh button once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we do know what we're talking about, I promise you. But to keep up on this race, this is just insane. Bossoff now leads out. Odendahl across the line in second place. And look at the number as well. Again, it's 15 seconds. It's the 15-second shuffle. That's the hop.
And just enough time to pick the bike up and get back onto track. That's literally what he had. Now, as we head down into Rifle Corner, watch out for Odendahl trying to close things up. I think if I was a clever man, and I know that Brad Anassis is, hang that board over and tell him to calm down, because things are going to get real out there, and they already are. Bossoff's gone down. He's made a mistake in Beacon. The same thing has happened as they went down into Beacon the next lap for race leader. And here comes the battle for 3rd place. Upton is closing on Darian Kaiser and has now made it within 4 seconds, not even.
Watch the shot, because we're going to see Blaze Baker arrive in 3, 2, 1. There it is.
Incredible. Incredible stuff here. This is only we're just over the halfway stage. 7 laps completed of the 12 that are going to be done here today, and I can't believe the kind of action we've seen out of this race so far. Wet weather conditions always prove to be different, always give us great racing, but we never expected things like this to be happening, where race leaders are going down.
What's happening is there's so much rain coming down, and although the parts of the track look like they're not getting hammered, they are. There is constant precipitation, and we are getting pooling. It is just building up, and it is causing just dams around, and that means no matter what tire you're running, you just cannot ride on water.
And what I'm going to tell you and reiterate what I said at the beginning of the race, the possibility and probability of getting heat into these tires, which is what you need to do, is not happening.
Adolf Bossoff just threw in a 131. In these conditions,
you said he wouldn't go under
on that lap.
There's something wrong with you. Your predictions are not working today.
I told them they couldn't go under 132. They couldn't go under 132. He throws in a 131.9. I'm just losing my mind here. I really am.
The Colvin Arsfeffen closing in on Alan John Fenter. The battle of the triumphs at the back end. Fenter's on a 145.9, Van Arsfeffen on a 146.7, but they are very close.
I need to just jump in there, Greg.
Seconds.
On this lap, the Upton, Kaiser, Baker battle is only going to see 4 seconds separating those 3 riders. watch out for that battle, because when it comes into view, they're going to be all over each other.
All right, so confirmation of things, how they stand at the stage. You can see on the left-hand side of your screens, it is Adolf Bossov on a 31.9 that leads things out. 29 seconds down the road, though, is Stephen Odendaal, our current champion.
So he has got the calm down. He has got the calm
Yeah.
down.
7 seconds back from that now is Darren Upton, who's moved ahead of Darian Kaiser, who's now just crossed. And I can't, man, it just keeps changing every single time. I'm waiting for that battle to head up to Beacon, because that's where things might change up.
They're going to be
Kaiser
three.
and Upton are so close.
There's going to be 3 of them all together, and I need to mention, we just saw him come through our shot on screen. Dylan Barnard is running 6th place ahead of Michael White. That will be Dylan Barnard's highest national finish.
Incredible stuff there from Michael White. You can see he's just taking it easy.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go and destroy anything more. He is going to get as many points as he can.
2
for
crashes
today.
is enough.
Yeah. Here we go. This looks like
Odendaal?
Odendaal, yes, Odendaal. Behind them is going to be
And there's
Upton.
the 3-way split.
Upton has pulled a bit of a margin over Darian Kaiser.
Oh,
And
Baker goes down again.
Baker in Beacon Corner has gone down again. Can you believe that?
That's the rule of 3. 3 crashes you cannot come back from. So Baker is done.
And walking away.
That's it. 3 is enough. Call it. But hats off. What an incredible ride. And there was a chance for him to close up and get that 3rd place. But you've got to know when to roll it off sometimes.
All right, Darren Upton is in 3rd place, looking for a replay heading into Beacon Corner. Let's keep an eye on that. As you can see, heading into that, it's going to be pretty much Blaze Baker losing it, looping it out all on his own. So tries to get up, gets across to the bike, and realizes when he gets there, no, too much damage. That's it. Rule of thumb, 3 down, and you're out.
Goodness me. There are 9 laps completed in this 12-lap battle of a race. Adolf Bossov leads.
You know what's happening? They're not even battling each other here. This is a case of battling the elements.
Battling the elements, battling the conditions. Darren Upton is going to be our breakout ride of the day.
Have a look at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh,
A 1:30.955. Adolf Bossov, calm down. Go to a little bit of, what do you call it, from Liverpool?
Happy place.
Hey, just calm down, right?
Dear me, a 1:30.9 in these conditions is just astounding. He is going to be close to a minute ahead of everyone else if he keeps up this pace.
Bix Bossov, I can see you running down pit lane. I suggest you climb over the wall and tell your lighty to slow down, buddy. He is miles ahead, and definitely doesn't have to put in these kind of laps.
Here is our championship points leader, Odendaal, doing what a champion has to do, surviving 40 seconds down the road. But that's fine. 2nd place is plenty.
Alan John Fenter and Nicole Van Arsveen have a bit of an in-house fight with the 2 triumphs. There is Odendaal. You mentioned the fact that those rain suits tend to come loose. That's exactly what's happened with his one. The Dainese one flapping in the background. Won't be affecting him too much. I'm sure he'll be probably used to the flapping by now.
you
But
off a
it
little bit.
does put you off for sure. Now onto the brakes down into Cochabana.
That's Upton closing him down, by the way, in the background.
And it's only 6 seconds across the line. I can tell you right now, by the time they get onto the beach straight, I'm going to put it down to about 4.5.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dog on the track.
Goodness.
There's a
There's a dog on the circuit as well. The reason for that is probably because of the rain. Hopefully the COC has seen that, but there's definitely a four-legged version of an animal we don't need on the circuit right now.
Dare I even ask it? What else could go wrong?
Don't go there, because whatever you've said has gone wrong.
Oh, dear
Let's
me.
not go there. Put that ball away. I said.
Dear me. All right, let's just catch our breaths. We are on the last lap. Thank goodness gracious.
Yes, indeed. Adolf Bossov has just started the final lap as he heads down there, but there is a concern, as I said, of that black dog down in heading into the complex, so off the beach straight. Hopefully we're going to see anything with an incident with that. Looks like it's disappeared back into the bushes again, but it was definitely a concern. Now, as we get into the closing stages, it is still waiting for Odendaal to cross the line and give us how big a difference it is between himself and first place man. It's nearly half a lap, dude. Here comes Odendaal now. Odendaal going across the line, and well, there's a checkered flag being put out there. I'm not quite sure for who.
I've lost my way here because
the wrong flag
I
being put
didn't
up there.
quite see Adolf Bossov.
I think they
across
put the
the
wrong.
line.
They were giving that to Upton. I think they gave it to the wrong rider there.
Yes.
So wait for Adolf Bossov. There goes 45-second gap. 45-second gap, 49-second gap to Upton. So there's still 4 seconds in it. Upton can catch him. Look at Upton coming in the background. Keep an eye on this one. This is the battle we want to watch
here.
for this final lap. Keep an eye on this. Let's go down into the wire with these guys. We can pick up on the lead as he comes through, but I think he's pretty much done and dusted. This is still an opportunity for Darren Upton to get there. Upton going well.
What a great move to bring on the second rider for Indie Oil and Toy Store.
Checkered flag.
And the flag is out for Bossoff, and this will be arguably his best victory to date.
Hardest fought.
Indie Oil, Toy Store on the Kawasaki. What a ride. The one rider that didn't make a mistake.
Yeah. Well, he did. He went down and got back up again, if you recall. Right at the beginning of the stages, Adolf Bossoff ran
I can't recall.
Beacon, he made a mistake. So I think every single rider out there has made some form of mistake somewhere on the circuit, other than maybe Darian Kaiser, who pretty much kept it upright all the way through, but unfortunately has just missed out on a podium finish. Another checkered flag there for Dylan Barnard, Michael White, Alan John Fenter, and Nicole van Arsvierken. Blaze Baker is out, Shelley is out. So we're just waiting for Undal, Upton, and Kaiser. And are they going to finish
Here he is
in that order?
Yeah, it is going to be in that order. So Neolife.
Oh, runs wide right at the end there. That is Upton.
That was Upton. So he's pushing on there.
Darian Kaiser, where are you?
Second place comes across the line there. And
Kaiser.
Upton will come across the line just in time to get his third place. Championship leader, Neolife, powered by Yamaha. And Odendahl will get that second place. Here is Upton, limps across the line in third, just ahead of Kaiser.
Lucky.
And
Very lucky.
Good luck to my producer for putting a highlights reel together for that.
Super 600 third place, Darren Upton. Incredibly, Stephen Undal completed the race with only one of the handlebars attached to his bike. Second place, Pooch himself, Undal. And first place. And fortunately, his dad heard us when we started shouting, telling him to slow down. He went from a 34 to a 31, then went to a 32, back to the 31s, and eventually ended up down in the 29s in the wet. And the Cowboys back on top. Let's hear it for Adolf Bossoff.
Basically, I felt so good on the warm-ups, and I was just overconfident coming into the last turn. I lost the rear. Yeah, and we finished without any brakes. If you check the box, no brakes in the front. So, yeah, it was a stupid mistake. But I think we would have been up there with Adolf to help him out there. But yeah, well done to him to finish first.
Yeah, it's been an up and down day, you know. We went from third to first, and then I crashed on lap like 4, I think, and I had to, you know, ride the whole race after the damage of the bike, and only had one handlebar. I mean, going through Potters and Rifle, it was crazy. One hand on a bike going like 200 or something, it's crazy. But I really enjoyed it, and at least we got some points today. We've got another race and hopefully get that one fixed and see what we can do. Yeah?
I like to push my limit, and yeah, the conditions were terrible. Just a big shout out to these guys actually finishing the race. Steven without a handlebar, that's flipping awesome. My teammate Darren Upton,
no brakes.
Yeah, no brakes to start off with, and yeah, I'd just like to thank Darren for come help me out this weekend. It's really been helping a lot. And to start off, Indie Oil, Arai, RSA Racing, Yami, Toy Store, everyone, just a big shout out. Without you guys, this series wouldn't be happening for me. And yeah, hopefully next race we keep it on the #1 spot.
As always, at SuperGP Champions Trophy, we do things for charity. And a big run this time, of course, is our tin run, giving the opportunity to all the motorcycle riders around the country to come and join us at each round and bring in a can of food for a wanting and very worthy cause. Our worthy cause down here, of course, is the East London Senior Citizens Association, and more importantly, Manor House, which is run by Bev Lundell and your crew. Fantastic to have you guys here, and I'm sure that you're very happy with what's going home with you.
Yes, thank you so much for having us and for choosing us as the charity to support. We greatly appreciate it, and the old folks would also appreciate it very much.
The Diode SuperGP Champions Trophy is proudly brought to you by Digital Entertainment On Demand and their associate sponsors.